There's a tiny organ buried deep inside your brain shaped like a pine cone, no bigger than a grain of rice, and for thousands of years mystics, scientists, and conspiracy theorists have believed that it holds the key to human consciousness and possibly even other dimensions. It's called the pineal gland, also known as the third eye, but what does it actually do? Is it just hormonal switches, or could it really be the gateway to psychic ability, dream states, and spiritual insight? Let's break it down, history, biology, and how people claim to activate it. So what is the pineal gland? Biologically, the pineal gland is a small pea-sized gland located near the center of the brain between the two hemispheres in a groove where the two halves of the thalamus join. What's its primary role? Regulating circadian rhythms by producing melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycles. But here's where it gets weird. Unlike most of the brain, the pineal gland is not isolated by the blood-brain barrier. It's bathed in blood like the eyes. It also has light-sensitive cells despite being buried deep in darkness. Scientists know it influences sleep, mood, and possibly even seasonal depression, but ancient cultures thought it did something far more powerful. So here's the third eye throughout history. The idea that the pineal gland is the third eye goes back thousands of years. In Hinduism, the third eye is located exactly where the pineal gland sits. It's said to govern intuition, spiritual vision, and higher consciousness. The Egyptians believed it to be a spiritual eye symbolized by the Eye of Horus, which has a striking resemblance to the cross-section of the human brain around the pineal gland. And then you have a 17th century philosopher called it the seat of the soul, and in Buddhism, monks use specific breathing and meditation techniques. Different words, same idea. The pineal gland might be more than a gland, it might be a receiver. So here's the science behind the mystery. Let's look at what we do know scientifically. The pineal gland helps regulate melatonin levels, serotonin pathways, possibly DMT production, a compound associated with intense dreaming and near-death experiences. Some researchers believe the pineal gland may be involved in the body's DMT releases during REM sleep, trauma, or even death. While not fully proven, DMT has been found in the brains of mammals in small amounts, and it's structurally similar to melatonin. Both are compounds that have a similar base to it. If the pineal gland really is capable of generating DMT in moments of deep sleep or spiritual intensity, it could explain why it's been linked to mystical experiences for so long. Can you activate your pineal gland, though? Here's where it gets practical. People who believe in the third eye say that you can activate or decalcify the pineal gland to awaken higher perception. Here are the most common methods. Meditation, obviously, just specifically focused on third eye chakras. Breathwork, breathing to activate energy centers, obviously. Visualization, imagine energy flowing to the pineal area. And then darkness exposure. Long periods without light boost melatonin production. Then you have sound frequency like binaural beats tuned to 936 hertz or 852 hertz. That's third eye frequencies. Then you have fasting and a clean diet. Avoid processed foods, fluoride, and artificial chemicals. Whether you believe it's energetic or biological, most techniques aim to reduce mental noise and allow intuition, insight, and altered states of awareness to rise. So here's the calcification theory. One popular belief is that the pineal gland becomes calcified over time, especially due to fluoride in tap water and your diet. This calcification supposedly blocks its ability to function at its full spiritual or hormonal potential. And then there's the truth here. The studies show that the pineal gland often develops calcium deposits as we age. This can impact melatonin production and sensitivity to light. However, the claim that fluoride directly causes this is still up for debate. There's limited evidence in humans, but strong claims in spiritual and alt health communities. Many people opt for fluoride-free toothpaste, water filters, and detox protocols to decalcify the third eye, whether for health, sleep, or spiritual reasons. People who say that they've activated or awakened their pineal gland report that they have enhanced dreams or lucid dreaming, increased intuition or synchronicities, moments of deep stillness or euphoria during meditation, visual flashes of light, color, or geometric patterns with their eyes closed, then feelings of being connected to something greater. Is it real, a placebo, a shift in brain chemistry, possibly all three, but the experience is so widespread and often life-changing that it's hard to ignore entirely. So is the pineal gland just a hormone switch or something more? From a scientific perspective, the pineal gland is a powerful piece of your endocrine system. It regulates sleep, reacts to light, and influences mood in ways we're only beginning to understand. But from a spiritual lens, it may be a biological gateway to something else. A bridge between thought and intuition, between dream and reality, between the known and the unknown. So maybe activating your third eye isn't about gaining powers, maybe it's about paying attention to the part of yourself that's been quietly awake the whole time. You don't have to believe in ancient mysticism to recognize that the pineal gland holds power. Its role in sleep, consciousness, and perception is real, but if some of the ancient traditions were right, then this tiny gland could be your personal compass to the unknown. This is the Vault File. Subscribe for more weekly deep dives into the hidden, the strange, and the possibly true. So yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button and get the notifications and comment what you think about the pineal gland. Are you familiar with this? And also check out our TikTok and our Instagram, as well as please head over to our Patreon and help support us if you can, because that's how we do this full time. Thank you guys so much. See you at the next video.